Spoilers. Willow's reign of terror ends. Police Garlight, what happens in the final seconds is unbelievable. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my ABC Daily channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers. Willow finish off Drew, so she can be a congresswoman. General Hospital spoilers and updates offer a vital question. Now that Willow Kane has been forced to take over Drew Kane's congressional seat, will she finish him off? Willow can't just place Drew in a care facility or allow someone else take over his care. She's drugging him to seem locked in. Jen Sidwell encouraged Willow to take Drew's seat. Jen Sidwell encouraged Willow to take over Drew's seat because he has incapacitated her mother. Nina Reeves excitedly stepped right in to aid her. Na's all happy about not just assisting Willow take over Drew's seat effectively. She highlighted how she was the main cause in his gaining it to begin with. Furthermore, Nina expects to be highly involved in helping Willow retain her congressional career once Drew's term runs out, but Willow didn't tell her it was Sidwell who was involved. Viewers will recall that when Drew originally got his seat, Sidwell had him under leverage with some dirt he had on him. No doubt he'll continue to have Willow in his pocket as well, if he doesn't have her already there. Nina and Willow talked about managing her children, Drew's home care, and commuting from D.C. Nina and Willow talked about managing her children, Drew's home care, and commuting back and forth from D.C. It had been Na's expectation that Willow and Michael Corinthos would split custody, but Willow warned her that Michael was seeking to have her proven unfit and would go back on his half of the divided custody arrangement. There's no way that Willow will trust Michael to split custody of W.Y. and Amelia Corinthos. And then there's the subject of Scout Kane, who Willow took to her grandma, Alexis Davis, to remain with. Willow will probably leave her there. Willow will have to kill Drew. She has no other choice, or all her crimes will come out. Willow will have to murder Drew. She has no other choice, or all her misdeeds will come out, and eventually, it would have been her own fault due of her true confessions. Because Drew knows that she shot him twice and is drugging him to keep him locked in. She told him everything while she was mocking him. That's the one thing that she is not going to tell her mother, since she knows her mother has just enough integrity that she would turn her in spite of her past cover-up. Willow understands Scout will be an orphan, but Alexis will take good care of her, and there won't be any restraining order preventing her from her brother, Danny Morgan. As Drew's widow, Willow may have that invalidated. General Hospital spoilers. How will Nathan react to finding out Bailey Lowe is Peters? General Hospital spoilers and updates suggest there is a crucial question to be solved, even if Nathan West seems to be more interested in Lulu Spencer right now. How would he respond to learning that Bale Jones is Peter August and Maxie Jones moved on with his brother? Maxie didn't jump from Nathan immediately back to Spinelli. Viewers of the ABC soap will recall that Maxie didn't jump from Nathan immediately back to Damon Spinelli when Nathan died, or when she had started to recover. For one reason, Spinelli was connected with someone else at the time, and he Ellie Trout and Georgie Spinelli. Peter began off as a good buddy to Maxie when no one knew that he was really Heinrich Faison save Valentine Cassadine, and that was kept secret. Lisa Lear may have known the truth, but it was before Peter was proven to have inherited his father Caesar Faison's evil. In fact, Peter detested him. He was the one that pulled the plug on Faison, forcing him to die whilst on life support. Nathan hasn't met Bayou yet. Nathan hasn't met Bayou yet. And although he and Georgie know much of each other, he has largely grown to know James West. That makes sense because James is his kid with Maxie. And he may not even realize there's a younger sister who came along after James did, who was born after Nathan died. Even if he does know about James' younger sister, he could presume she's Spinelli's as well as Georgie. But ultimately, the truth will have to come out. Felicia Scorpio and other folks brought Nathan up on most significant things that transpired in his absence, except Bailey Lowe. One wouldn't imagine it would be left up to Maxie to narrate the horrific narrative of her romance with Peter and its consequences, including his being infatuated with her and his death. How will Nathan react to the truth about Bailey Lowe? Even Lissel has avoided informing Nathan about Bailey Lowe and that Maxie had been connected with Heinrich alias Peter and that he was Bailey's father. Are they terrified of his reaction? Are they scared that Nathan will respond adversely, or possibly even that he may feel rejected or something? Of course, the concept of Nathan feeling rejected or envious or anything like that is preposterous. He feels none of those feelings for Spinelli, but again, it is true that Nathan's concentration and amorous attention is on Lulu for the time being, even if the two of them are working even harder to deny it now that Maxie is awake. One would assume that if someone tells Nathan the complete story of what occurred with Peter, he'll regret having not been there to help Max and embrace his niece. Port Charles breaks down as Luke's final goodbye shatters every family. Lulu struggles with regret as Tracy steps in with support. Lulu suffers a rush of emotions when she grabs an old photo of her father. The pain resurfaces immediately, since she never got the chance to say goodbye. The remorse hurts as she thinks of the coma that robbed those final moments. Her memories return with great force. Tracy observes Lulu's deepening unhappiness and steps in with kind strength. She leads Lulu through her grief and assures her that Luke's soul endures. Their shared stories start reducing Lulu's guilt. Soon, the two ladies find solace in remembering and raise a glass to Luke's wild, memorable life. General Hospital spoilers. Laura finds strength in Luke's memory at the church. Laura spends a quiet moment at the church to burn a candle for Luke. The stillness enables her memories to rise, and each one offers a mix of serenity and agony. She speaks softly to him, knowing he cannot return. Yet she senses his presence as she starts expressing her emotions. Luke's familiar echo remains in her thoughts, assuring her she is stronger than her troubles. She feels directed by the man who once understood her better than anybody. Laura credits him for stabilizing her spirit and providing her confidence throughout her worst periods. The link keeps her pushing ahead. Sonny leans on Carly as he recalls his first Luke encounter. Sonny opens up to Carly as they prepare for tonight's memorial. He tells of his early contacts with Luke, which quickly blossomed into an unshakable bond. The recollections bring a bittersweet pang as Sonny focuses on the effect Luke had on his life. Carly listens with gentle sympathy. Their chat deepens their commitment to commemorate Luke's legacy with kindness. Sonny knows Port Charles lost a hero and a renegade with unequaled charisma. Carly offers to help him face the night ahead. They prepare to join the others who loved Luke just as intensely. General Hospital. Spoilers. Port Charles unites for a final toast to Luke Spencer. A sad light covers the dock as friends and family assemble. Sonny, Carly, Tracy, Lulu, Laura, and Elizabeth join forces to commemorate Luke's remarkable spirit. Their voices mingle with the sounds of the river as they recount experiences that molded them all. The sadness feels lighter when confronted jointly. Floating lanterns float gently into the night sky, each holding a wish or goodbye. The moment is profound and meaningful, revealing how Luke's presence still stretches beyond time. His remembrance links the community in shared pain and shared appreciation. Port Charles stands united in this heartfelt goodbye. General Hospital just dropped a major twist in Willow's saga, but we won't get resolution until next week. Who could have seen this coming on General Hospital? We're quite sure even Willow couldn't, and she's the one who arranged the whole event because in her drive to frame Michael for Drew's shooting, it appears like she unwittingly framed Chase instead. If you're going to frame someone, you need to be good at it. And Will plainly isn't. She made things a bit too tidy. And when Drew's key was found on Michael's keychain, Dante and Nathan were left wondering how he could be so careless and lie to them so simply. Then when ADA Turner commended the lads for checking Michael's keys, Nathan declined to accept the credit. It was after all Chase's idea. That alone would have been wonderful, but for WY and Rick. While Michael was called down to the police station, Rick was left to monitor his son. And Riley, absolutely ignorant as to what he was saying, led on to Rick that the keys the cops were so interested in were the identical ones Uncle Chase seized. That was enough to send Rick down to the police station with Michael and drop the bomb on Justine and Dante when they inquired who would want to frame Michael. Well, the cutthroat legal eagle answered, maybe they should ask Chase that question because WY found him with the keys. And that, regrettably, was that. It was a wickedly delightful surprise as we discovered Willow could have unwittingly set up her #1 hero for a fall. But with Luke's memorial episode on Friday, it will be days before we see where this goes next. Is Chase about to be questioned? Arrested? No matter what, it was somewhat of a genius move on General Hospital's behalf. Fans aren't going to want to miss Luke's memorial episode after Anthony Geary's passing, and the timing really stretched out the anticipation so much so that by the time Monday comes around, viewers will be at the edge of their seats waiting to happen. So, kudos, General Hospital. But Willow planned these things out better next time. You may have taken a dark turn, but you've still got a lot to learn about plotting. General Hospital spoilers. Maxie and Nathan's cemetery reunion ends in disaster. General Hospital spoilers say Maxie Jones and Nathan West's cemetery reunion might end in horror. So, let's speak about the awful result that could unfurl. During the last episode, Maxie enjoyed a great welcome home party. All her friends and relatives met to her house to celebrate the end of her 6-month coma nightmare. In fact, everyone was there pretty much except for Nathan. While he had intended to attend the celebration, he needed to be at the PCPD as Michael Corinthos was being taken in for interrogation. Nathan was the officer on the case and was expected to follow through on the newest chain of evidence. Rick Lansing insisted on chatting with ADA Justine Turner when he got on the scene, so Dante Falconer told Nathan he was officially off duty and could head to Maxie's party. Still, Nathan opted to go to his tomb instead. Meanwhile, Maxie, feeling overwhelmed, left her party a bit early to take for a stroll. In a bizarre twist, she didn't precisely inform Damon Spinelli where she was going. Of course, the conclusion of the February 19th episode saw Nathan and Maxie run into one another in the cemetery as their eyes locked. With that stated, while some fans may anticipate the two to bond instantaneously, after all, they were madly in love before he passed away. Might something dreadful end up happening, it's impossible to ignore the elephant in the room. Nathan doesn't seem like Nathan. It's also tough to dismiss the acknowledged truth that Jen Sidwell purposefully poisoned the cream Maxie tried on that fateful day during the home and heart section for deception, which placed her in a coma. Could Nathan seize the opportunity to injure or abduct Maxie while he has the chance? If false Nathan is working for Sidwell covertly, he may strike while the iron is hot. General Hospital watchers have been waiting on the edge of their seats for a huge reveal where Nathan is concerned. So, reconciling with Maxie and then doing something to injure her might be the startling moment where he's finally revealed. Fake Nathan may be Peter August, Caesar Faison, or someone else, but he's surely not Nathan. The investigator has been acting dodgy to say the least, but the biggest red flag is his pursuit of Lulu Spencer. If Nathan can't remember the previous 7 years, wouldn't he still be madly in love with Maxie? Plus, Nathan didn't at all appear delighted when the word broke that Maxie was awake. He seemed almost a little disappointed. Is false Nathan concerned that Maxie is the only person who would be able to detect he's not really Nathan? Regardless, given no one knows where Maxie went and she's still supposedly recuperating from her coma, it would be quite easy for phony Nathan to abduct or injure her, so she couldn't blab to everyone else about her suspicions. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Maxie might sense something is amiss with Nathan when they start conversing. So, will he grab the bull by the horns and do something horrific to keep her quiet? GH Cameron Matt defends Willow Kane's actions. General Hospital teasers say that Drew Kane is as nasty as they get, but his portrayer Cameron Matt looks to be a genuine human being. As the ABC serial is now on production pause for a couple of weeks, the actor came on Good Morning America recently to discuss about his character's current plotline. Cameron Matt on Drew Kane during his GMA episode. Matt talked with hosts Michael Strahan, Robin Roberts, and Sam Champion. He commented about Drew's hero days being long gone, emphasizing that his character is not a good human. Cameron continued, "I've never really played a character like this in 30 years of acting in daytime." He went on to remark, "It's been really fun, but at the same time, it's bizarre being hated so much in America and in the canvas. It's been crazy." The topic turned to Drew's current situation, which feels like karma is taking a swing at the congressman. After all, the same lady he defended, his wife, Willow Kane, is the reason he cannot move or communicate, and his sole means of communication is blinking. Matt explains, Drew has really gone through this transition into a very, very dark, kind of just bad guy that is now having the repercussions of some of those actions, lead him into paralysis, and it's just a mess. In Willow Kane's defense, Matt was also asked about the advice he'd give Drew, and the actor noted, "Stop taking yourself so seriously. Stop being so selfish." Matt also stated, "Just be gentle and stay away from Willow, who keeps attempting to shoot you and stab you and stuff like that." With that said, Matt did defend Willow's extreme actions, noting that she's only reacting to the horrible stuff Drew did, which included countless lies, manipulation, and even having her son, W.Y. Corinthos, believing that his father, Michael Corinthos, didn't love him. Still shooting, and then concocting a scheme to immobilize your husband doesn't sound like the solution. Couldn't she have just left him? But where would the drama be in that? Do you agree with Cameron Matt? Photo kicks off mission. Lulu needs closure. Laura's tearful thank you. Sadness will take various forms when Luke Spencer is remembered in Port Charles. Lulu Spencer will be at the core of the narrative as she finally mourns the father she lost while she was unconscious. The action will take immediately as Lulu uncovers one of Luke's old pictures. It'll be a reminder of how much Lulu misses Luke and how she wishes she could have had a proper farewell with him before he died. Lulu will understand she still needs closure. Therefore, Tracy Quartermaine will soon be on a quest to make that happen for her. GH viewers will see Tracy take Lulu down memory lane as they grieve Luke together. There will be some toasts and special moments for the Port Charles locals who had a unique relationship with Luke. Lulu will ultimately have some emotional encounters with Laura, but Laura will also ponder in thankfulness on her own. Laura has certainly had more time than Lulu to mourn this loss, but that doesn't mean she's not in grief. Part of Laura will always feel linked to Luke, even if he can't be there on Earth with his loved ones anymore. Laura will cling to the happy times she experienced with Luke and accept that he never completely left her. There'll be a heartfelt speech as Laura thinks about how often she feels Luke reaching out and making her stronger. It appears like Tracy will be in charge of assembling the individuals that mattered the most to Luke, including Sonny Corinthos. Tracy clearly isn't a fan of Sonny, but she'll put any hostility on weight and give news on this big event. Sonny will chat with Carly Spencer about Luke feeling more like a brother than his pal. Carly will say some good things about Luke as well, and possibly hope he's enjoying a lovely reunion with Bobby Spencer. Lulu will have some help letting go of her dad down on the pier where remembering lanterns will flow away by twilight in the water. Look for Sonny, Carly, Lulu, Tracy, Laura, and Elizabeth Baldwin to all take part in this heartwarming episode which will celebrate the late Anthony Geary and Luke as a character. 2. General Hospital spoilers, who we hope to see during Friday's Luke Spencer tribute. General Hospital spoilers indicate that our beloved city is bidding farewell to Luke Spencer on Friday, but little info has been revealed about what that would look like. The citizens of Port Charles have paid their respects to Luke years earlier during a ceremony aboard the Haunted Star. So, we shouldn't expect anything of the kind this time around. Rather, it seems like cast members will pay respect to the guy they were so proud to work with for so many years. That man was Anthony Geary, who passed away on December 14, 2025. As the current cast members say their farewells, we have to wonder who else could swing by as a blast from the past with pleasant words to share. They've already said goodbye. Luke's memorial ceremony was nothing if not magnificent. It was precisely what he would have wanted, an afternoon on the Haunted Star with everyone he loved or didn't welcome to stop by as their leisure. Helena Cassadine's surprise film was cut short when Laura Collins just couldn't bear it longer. Even if Tracy Cordaine's interest was aroused, but not quite as much as Spencer Cassadine's when he observed Tracy trying to give the Ice Princess diamond to Laura as a present. Suffice it to say, a lot was said and went down that day that was scandalous, sardonic, and in classic Luke form. What else can possibly be said? This isn't Luke's memorial given that we already had the most proper send-off we could for Luke. It's only right that we put up the same for Tony Geary. It's a certainty that Jeannie Francis will have something to say, as well as Jane Elliott. But I hope we hear from some unexpected voices, too, like Kin Shriner, who has been off-screen since August of 2024, but played a rival opposite Tony for decades. The character of Lulu Spencer is now being championed by Alexa Havs-Bruning. But it would be nice to hear from Julie Berman and Emmy Ryland, given they both worked closely with Tony in years past. We're hoping that Emma Samms might make it into the clips despite continued health issues. Moreover, a surprise homage by James Ryan or Nathan Parsons may bring everything full circle. This one's going to hurt. The reality is Luke's death left a gap, and now Tony Gurr's death has confirmed that. Gone with him are many others who will miss seeing tributes from Jacqueline Zion, worked closely with Tony throughout the years portraying the part of his younger sister. Zion went dead in 2023. Tristan Rogers went away in 2025, leaving a hole in the canvas where he would have had lots to say about working with a legend like Tony. Yes, many voices will be missed from Friday's memorial, but we're hoping for enough memories to some of Luke's and Tony's greatest moments to stem the agony. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update.